Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Makar, double honors to our apostles, our bishops, honors to our pushing truth are necessary. All right, so we're just gonna start off with Jeremiah 30 and 7.
I get it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. It reads, it says, I'm gonna start up. Verse 5. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Yeah, we're not in a time of peace. America's falling. Esau's structure is falling. Esau's rule on the earth, he's losing. His power is dwindling. All right, we're in wartime.
It says, ask me now and see whether a man do a travail with child.
Like the women that they have those labor pains, man. But men are gonna be like that because of all the hell they're gonna catch. The mighty men, tough guys. They're gonna see people dying around them, their children, society collapsing. They don't have any answers. They can't do anything. It's gonna make them weak.
It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
Yeah, so they got that bad times they're gonna have, and also they might be starving to death. Who knows? But these things are gonna make the mighty feeble.
Quick precept. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 15. It says, matter of fact, 19 and verse 16, it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women.
Yeah, Egypt. This is modern day Egypt. America is modern day Egypt. You know, you see it on a small note. Them fucking them irritating. What's them shits called? Them flies, them lantern. Spotted lantern flies, them shits is annoying, man. Everywhere you see people just trying to stomp them shits out.
Yeah, that's a plague.
It's a plague, man. Yeah, it's a plague. So look, Egypt had plagues in ancient Egypt. So America gonna have the plagues, and the ultimate plague is gonna be thermonuclear destruction.
Remember that again. It says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women.
Yeah, Egypt gonna be like it's gonna be weak. All right.
Yeah, we see that now. Because now they about to issue that whole, 2019 situation into 2020. New sanctions or orders, right, to bring down more help on the people. So when people get threatened with their jobs, their careers, they're gonna have to fall back and buy out the master, the so-called white man. And it's going to be that same spirit of fear. Oh, put your mask on, don't go outside. All right? That's coming back, and it's going to be even worse.
It reads on, it says, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he's shaking over it.
Yeah, so the Lord visiting this place spiritually, and he's going to return physically in his glory. And the Lord is causing these things to happen.
This is back in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
This destruction is going to be like, it's not going to be like the first death. This destruction going to outdo all the disasters that's taking place on the earth. While the Lord gonna have this place destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, and the Lord is going to destroy this place with the angels, with fire, and this place gonna go out within an hour. So nowhere on the earth has that taken place before at that magnitude.
I got something.
All right.
You want to go first?
I got a little more. It says, It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, Jacob's trouble. What's Jacob? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's Jacob. The Jacob's trouble, martial law time. That's gonna be the trouble. Where people put in a situation where if they don't take that mark, it's either life or death. It's either they so-called die, they be put to death, or they can't function. But ultimately, it's going to lead to a decision where you either going to be on the other side of the Lord or the side of Esau, and that's going to thin out the herd of who's the elect and who isn't.
It says, but he shall be saved out of it.
But the elect is going to be saved out of it. Only the elect is going to be saved out of that destruction. All right, because all the other nations, we talking about America is a key place to be destroyed, and Israel over there, the land of Israel. But it's going to be a global thing now, Mark. But we hear America going to get the ultimate destruction though.
Right.
And our people that receive that mark are going to be destroyed.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. It says they have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They become as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars, her bars are broken.
We got that.
Yeah. Because we read that basically in Isaiah 19 that Egypt shall be like unto woman. We know that Egypt is talking about America because America is known as spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Okay, and there's going to be a famine out here. There's going to be race riots. There's going to be economic collapse, and it's going to be so bad out here that these people's mind is not going to be able to endure it. So they're going to basically have nervous breakdowns, suicidal thoughts. They're going to lose it. You know, shit is going to hit the fan. People are going to go ape shit. All right, and these guys that are supposed to be valiant men of valor, thugs, gangsters, warriors, soldiers, those guys are gonna, act like females in time of war. They're not gonna allow them to lose the spirit to fight.
Mm-hmm. Scriptures mention that men's heart failing them because of the things that they will see on the earth. Actual men having heart attacks, man. All right? Mm-hmm. Things that we never seen in this lifetime. It's going to be a time of trouble to the point where the Lord said He's going to send forth the Archangel Michael to defend the elect in that time. Bodies on top of bodies. We never lived in a society where we're just going to be seeing just bodies as dung on the street. We're going to be having to walk over dead bodies, man.
And that's going to create more disease and more death because those bodies are not burned or buried.
That's right. That's right.
So that's going to cause more disease. Could ultimately lead to more famine too because that's going to destroy more animals. You know what I mean? Cattle and things.
That's it, son. And I appreciate that. 2 Ezra 15. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out my arm and smite Egypt with plagues.
Yeah, so Egypt is going to be smitten with plagues. On a lower level, them insects and other plagues, and the ultimate plague is thermonuclear destruction, but then there's going to be plagues or, diseases. People just dropping after patient 0 drops. Other people gonna be dropping within hours or a few days. That's the plagues we waiting for.
I will smite Egypt with plagues as before.
As before. So it happened But this one, the Lord gonna outdo himself with these plagues that's gonna take place.
And I will destroy the land therefore.
And so those are like mini destructions compared to the thermonuclear destruction. You got it.
Yeah, real quick. I also want to add on that Egypt is not talking about ancient Egypt, right? But it's talking about the spiritual Egypt, which is old code for America. Now, just to back that up, this is Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Yeah, spiritually dead. Our people are spiritually dead. That great city is America. What you call people citizens. This is a city within many cities. All right.
It says, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
It's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. This place takes on a lot of sodomy, homosexuality, pedophilia, things like that. Sex trafficking. Female kids and shit, man.
That's what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. So Sodom and Gomorrah was going off the map. And it's the same thing going on today. And what does that show you? Like when you deal with history, you learn from it. So if you look at the history of Sodom and Gomorrah and how they were destroyed, what happens if you follow in the same footsteps? You won't be destroyed.
Okay. There's more with that.
It says, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was
spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Why this place Egypt? All the tribes were enslaved here at some degree. And while our Lord was crucified, his image, the true Lord, image of the Lord was X'd out. And they put the image of Cesare Borgia as being a Lord. All right? Because the Lord wasn't crucified physically here or in Egypt or in ancient Egypt. So that's showing that it's talking about here and his image being X'd out, because the world accepts the image of Cesare Borgia, except for the true image of the Lord. You got it?
That was the point. Yeah.
All right.
One verse.
This is
One more verse.
all right.
Verse 12, 2 Corinthians 15, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation, and it shall be smitten.
It shall be smitten. Egypt gonna mourn. America is gonna be in mourning, man. All right. Or from the on the low level to the higher level, man. All these people they're gonna be on a low level, like the homeless that's out on the street. That's really gone. That's how it's gonna be. Why? How is it gonna be like that? Because the elites, the super elites, gonna have it where they're gonna put those executive orders where it's not gonna be no water flowing, no faucet water, no electricity, no commerce, no goods flowing through the arteries, the highways. All that's gonna be shut down. So everything is gonna it's gonna be death. You got it?
One more verse. All which shall be smitten with plagues and punishment.
Plagues and punishments.
And the Most High shall bring upon it. That's it.
Yeah, so the Lord gonna bring these plagues, and then He's gonna ultimately destroy this place with missiles. You got it?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. It reads, it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
The Lord gonna come with fire. The Lord's gonna rebuke all flesh with fire. And with his chariots, the Lord is coming on what the world call UFOs, spacecraft, spaceships. And he's gonna plead with all flesh with fire. That's how the Lord is gonna he's just coming to deliver and judgment, destroy, and enslave the elite.
It says, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
His rebuke with flames of fire. So that's going to lead to America being turned into a desert, and the land of Israel over there, which is not the Lord's people. That land and those rats over there are going to be incinerated.
It reads on, it says, for by fire and by a sword will the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua plead with all flesh, And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain Lord gonna be many. He's taking their crowns, and symbolically his garment gonna have blood. It's not going. It's symbolic, meaning a lot of bloodshed. He's gonna kill millions of people.
That's right.
Put millions of people to death.
Alright, the spirit brought that out because the chariots is known as a plague too.
Kind.
So I get that after.
It's known as a curse too.
That is a curse.
I have a precept. I know this brother.
Yeah, but come on with his precept.
Wait.
You gotta keep watching.
Yeah, I actually had the same chapter you read. So second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right. So on a small level, these natural disasters, these plagues, and the ultimate plague, thermonuclear destruction, because the Lord's Spirit gonna be on the missiles, and the Lord gonna shoot concentrated fire, focused fire, and destroy it, beat many to powder, man. He gonna be zapping people, and they're gonna be in like dust particles, man. He gonna do that to Esau's military.
That's right.
Their sea, their ships, their navy ships, their fucking aircraft carriers, their aircrafts, ground defenses, and air defenses, man. They're gonna all be vaporized at once. You know, it's gonna be a slaughter, man. You know?
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Yeah, the people's minds are polluted, man. Esau's mind, his philosophies, his democracy, his capitalism, his liberating women, these freedoms, which is transgression of the law. And it's promoted. Esau promotes that throughout the earth. That's why all these nations want to come over here, so they can it's like a big ass playground. They could do whatever they want to a certain degree. All right.
And their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yeah, man. Because everything, all of Esau, because of Esau's philosophies, man, it destroys our people first and foremost, man. All right. And then it just spreads more chaos, man. Adultery, spiritual, and physically, man. I mean, this type of lifestyle where it's promoted, where it's not enforced, there's no judgment for another a male taking another man's woman, or that woman cheating on her husband. I mean, it's like accepted here. You know?
Right, it says that the laws of the Heavenly Father is slack here, you know? Basically, the true judgment doesn't go forth, you know?
Yeah, and then they say, yo, there's no family, so-called family structure. Well, this is the reason. And they want it like that.
I got something. Are you done, brother?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Joel 3, verse 20, it says, well, Joel 3 and 19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, right?
I read it again. Joel 3 and 19. Egypt shall be a desolation.
America gonna be a desolation. What will make this place a desolation? Nuclear destruction.
Yeah.
World War III. And Esau, right?
And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
Gonna be destroyed. Esau gonna be destroyed. And the elites going into slavery. Same thing, you destroy it. Your whole power structure and your people, you know, your legacy gone.
I may say too, before I continue this scripture links Egypt and Edom together. And why is that? Because we know that, the scriptures is on point where, the scriptures is calling America Egypt, But it says,
Why is it? It is. Egyptian pyramid on the money, Cleopatra's needle, that obelisk in Central Park. Certain buildings are made to resemble pyramids. Certain pyramids on top of certain buildings, and about 42nd Street.
Pyramid on the back of the dollar bill.
Yeah. So all of this stuff that's going, all this guy, Egyptians. This is Egypt, man.
Yeah.
right, it says, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
Yeah. So you destroyed it. You destroyed the southern kingdom. So you destroyed all the tribes. Esau, all the tribes of Israel, Esau destroyed. What else says?
Yeah, that was it.
All right. So it's going to be a judgment. I mean, we was punished, but Esau, you committed the act on our people, so you gotta be punished. Right?
Got some,
I got something. You got something?
Well,
This is Obadiah, verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Yeah, you were supposed to be our brother. And shame gonna cover you, man. You did a lot to the nation of Israel. Esau did a lot to the nation of Israel, man.
It says,
You got it.
it says, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
You're gonna be cut off. You once you serve your slavery, your whole line is gonna be extinct because you're gonna be put to death after you serve your punishment. So you're gonna lose your wealth. First, a lot of your people gonna be incinerated in thermonuclear destruction. The rest of you gonna be enslaved. The ones that die coming back to serve slavery, and then you're gonna be exterminated, and you ain't gonna no longer be remembered.
That's right.
Cut off.
It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces.
Yeah, the Babylonians, man. You helped the Babylonians rain down on us, man. You helped them. And you were saying race it, meaning destroy us, remove us. All of that you wanted to happen to the nation of Israel gonna fall upon you.
That's right. It says, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem,
Yeah.
even thou was as one of them.
And you was one of them. You helped. You helped. You helped the Babylonians. So you gonna be destroyed for that, man.
But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction.
Yeah, you rejoiced. You was happy that we fell. And you show that same joy today. Right? We were just mentioning the day in the car, right? That they get these tax breaks and our people don't.
Right.
And they say we don't know the tax code. That code changes. One of them heathen nations, I don't know if he was Elam, but he told me like the code changes. We not in the know, so those of us in the know, they get the they get the plug, like yo, this done changed and that. So you can't really keep track of it like that.
Those
Yeah.
they out the loop.
Yeah, we not in a loop like that.
It says, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
And that's what they do, the so-called white man. He does that. So, and these other nations that's illegal to so-called white man, they have their their private meetings. They got the world. They have the world right now, and we're the consumers or the serfs. But there's gonna be a shift soon in a power structure.
That's why the scripture says the end of the world is Esau.
Yeah.
And the beginning of it that followeth after is Jacob.
Yep.
So, yeah, you got it.
Zechariah 14,
Oh, that's just
17.
See?
That's it.
And it shall come to pass, and it shall be that whosoever will not come up to the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts.
Yeah. Whoever don't come bow down and acknowledge Yahweh Shai, pay tribute, you gonna suffer. What it's gonna say?
The Lord of hosts upon there shall be no rain.
It's not gonna be no rain. You're gonna go in a drought and you're gonna starve. All right, it don't gotta say that, but you ain't gonna have no rain. Your crops gonna be messed up. You ain't gonna have any food. It's gonna create death and disease among you.
If I could say, because the earth is gonna go back to its natural state. No more processed foods.
Yeah.
No more GMOs. No more, Beyond Meat. No more, eating rocks and shit.
No more Codex Alimentarius,
Yeah.
where foods don't have minerals in it. Which, the WHO, World Health Organization, and all them other alphabet people fuck shit up.
Yeah, because you're gonna need the rain you're gonna need it for the Most High to send forth the rain, so that the crops could flourish.
It says, and if the family of Egypt go not up and comes up, they shall have no rain. They shall be the plagues wherein the Lord smite the heathen that comes up to keep the feast of the tabernacles.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a death sentence, and you're gonna be in distress if you don't, because these other nations are stubborn and they like to worship these damn demons and these gods that are not gods. All right.
These other nations have put us in captivity. Right now, right now the things coming out right now that the Chinese and the East Indians, right, and they're coming to America and they get all these loans to open up business and make a certain amount of income. But here it is, you have Jake, even in Jamaica, it's the same thing in Jamaica. The brother from Hawaii was coming out with the lesson earlier during the week. And it's like, you got Jake over there in Jamaica, you got Jake over here in America that been living here for generations, and they can't get a loan to open up their own business. So it's by design that's set up to put us in oppression and keep us down in a state of oppression.
Yeah.
Real
And
quick.
the Lord goes under the curses.
That's right. We should go back to the curses.
Yeah.
Real quick.
But
Luke 19:27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Yeah, when the Lord establishes and he steps foot on the planet, those that's not acknowledging who the power is, they're gonna be brought in front of the Lord, and they're gonna be beheaded or whatever means of death. They're gonna either be roasted or whatever it is. They're gonna be slain. All right, because Yahweh, the Most High, established Yahweh Shai as reigning over the universe, the universes, whatever you want to call it, in the earth. All right, it's under Yahweh Shai's subjection. So it's either get down or lay down. That's it.
Scriptures say that all these nations is going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And bottom line, worship the Most High and His Son.
I got you right here. This is Isaiah chapter 60, and I'm starting at verse 10. It says, the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the kings shall minister unto thee.
That's right. So they're gonna give up the best of their resources, pay tribute, and they're gonna build up the kingdom. All right. It's going back to manual labor, because And then what's the thing is, when things are handcrafted, it has more value. Like certain cars, when the leather seats and all that shit, when it's handcrafted, it has a higher value.
It lasts
You know?
longer too.
Lasts longer. Yes.
Right. It ain't gonna be no backhoe operators, none of that.
No land surveyors either.
None of that. Straight up with your hand. You're gonna be digging with your hands. You're gonna be cultivating the land with your hands. All that. And it's gonna start with the host of the high ones, the elites. You know, the top international banking families that are right now in the society. They're gonna be the first fruits of slavery. All right. Scriptures mention that you know, it's not going to be any. Basically, it's going to be continuing employment for them.
You are the nations, yeah.
You ain't gonna have it where you're gonna be just, you know what I mean? You're gonna be in total servitude to the Israelites, man. All right. It reads on. It says,
Chain gang.
and their kings shall minister unto thee, meaning servers.
Yep.
For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Yep. So the Lord had mercy on the nation of Israel, because we should have been destroyed. You know what I mean? But here, so the Lord even gonna have mercy on the 2/3, because they not going in no eternal hellfire. That don't exist. It don't exist. All right.
Hey, the Lord is showing mercy right now, starting with the elect. So give us this word.
Yes.
You know, the fact that we here pushing the word out the correct way, that's mercy, man. Because 1/3 is gonna be saved, and through us. Well, Slakia, Lord willing, through Yahweh Shai, and Lord willing, be part of that elect. In the kingdom, we're gonna bring back the rest of the nation, man. The 2/3 that have to perish on this side, and we all be in our right minds.
That's right.
Is it more than that?
Yeah, a little more. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
Yeah, they're gonna constantly be bringing and paying tribute, and all of the resources they stole. They stole a lot. All the resources going all the way back, even probably before Solomon, which is Yahweh Shai. Man, they got all of that wealth. Wealth is energy don't die. It changes form, and wealth is just transferred. So they got the elite. All the elites of these nations have all that wealth. That's going first to Yahweh Shai, and he gonna break us off. You know what I mean?
Who was that picture one time you seen? I believe it was one of them Rockefellers. They were sitting in the safe, basically and they had all that gold. They were sitting up on it.
Yeah, they got gold vaults. You know how you got sewage? They got vaults underground, like where the sewage shit could be.
Right.
Where they have vaults of gold and shit like that. You know what I mean? They got a lot. There's a lot of wealth.
Same thing.
Jacob Rothschild, one of them.
Same thing with the diamonds. Diamonds supposed to be so expensive, right? But they took the diamonds and put it and stored it all away, and only gave you a little bit to increase the value of it.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, that way bringing in more money for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It says that they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
The forces, your wealth. You know the scriptures say money is a defense. That's your wealth. Those forces. Oh, the best of everything you have. The best silks, fabrics, all that, everything. The best of your women. Everything, man. Because that's a property.
Yeah, America do that now. You know, I mean, America they on the way out now. But at one point they had the whole import and export thing on smash. You know, where they'll get the best, the most percentage out of everything.
Hey, well, I'm sorry to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why they had military bases all around the world. You know, like over 700 military bases all throughout the world.
Yeah.
Now these other nations, they're basically pushing back against the proxy armies that America set up. So really, America, and they're not using America's currency anymore, so there's no reason for America to be in their land.
Yeah, so that's why America was controlling how dollar-denominated currency or credit with the UCC, NATO, NATO, the EU, and America. They had it on smash, just like ancient Rome. Remember, they had to go up against Hannibal Barca because Carthage, that trade route, man. Once they, which it wasn't easy for them to do, but after the Battle of Cannae, the Third Punic War, that's how they gained control of that trade route. It was all business. It's the same shit.
But this is their rulership.
Yeah.
But now it's about to be Israel's turn to rule. Okay.
That's right.
There's a little more.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It says, and that their kings may be brought, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
They're gonna be wasting, gonna be destroyed. Death.
That's right. It's the hey, we're gonna be in rulership, man. Okay, that's why we're gonna have that rod or that scepter in our hands. Okay, starting with Yahushua, but then Yahushua is gonna share his rulership of Israel. So we're not gonna just have the earth. We're gonna have earth. Then we're gonna have other galaxies, man. Like brother tells the dream that his nephew had other galaxies and other earth, man. We're gonna have power to go, do things unimaginable. All those different planets, we're gonna have Esau out there busting his ass, man, building up our own kingdoms. Alright. Go ahead, Wash, you got your bring us out.
Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8.
Hold on.
Because of unrighteous dealings,
Injuries. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, brother.
Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated.
Hey, riches gotten by deceit. Okay? They playing a whole number game. Alright, they're deceiving these nations because they have the power to do it. That's why they're doing it. They taking their advantage. Esau's not ruling. It's not a righteous king. Okay? It's a wicked, greed ruler, huh?
Yeah, one example is when they tried to execute a coup d'etat over there in Syria with what's his name? What's his dude's name? Assad. Yeah, they tried to get him basically executed or basically banished or removed from his removed from his seat because he wasn't complying with the basically he wasn't getting down with the program.
They did that with what's that dude, Marcos in the Philippines.
Yeah.
They had him deposed.
Yeah.
Fuck. They killed the Shah of Iran.
Yeah.
But they took his money too. That's why Iran still got that vendetta against America.
The Venezuelan president, they tried to basically assassinate him and set up that Guido guy, and that just disappeared in the news. Like that, they act like that never happened.
Now, if you didn't take back in 2019, if you was a country that was against taking the venom, they would have your ass assassinated. They have the person like Haiti.
Haiti, yeah.
Now Haiti's on fire, and Esau definitely has something to do with that. Yeah, bro.
The
Injuries and riches gotten by deceit. The kingdom is transferred from one people to another. Injuries and riches got. Oh, you got. I'm sorry.
the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
It's gonna be translated from Esau to the nation of Israel. Starting with Yahushua, and Yahushua gonna share the kingdom with the nation of Israel. So Esau gained the world through slavery and destruction, destroying other nations. That's how he got the world, starting with Alexander. All right?
I got something real quick. Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
This is the Most High was talking to Yahushua, but it's going to be it trickles down to the nation of Israel also.
It says, "And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession."
All the world, the whole earth. For land possession. Okay?
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Yeah, we're gonna crack their skulls, man.
That's right.
We got, Lord willing, yo, we that's why we meditate terror, man. It's gonna be get back time soon.
That's right. The Lord said, give unto them double.
Yeah.
Double, you know. So all the wicked things, the heart, the hideous and most thing that Esau done to us. I mean, we're gonna do back to as far as all that buck breaking shit, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing no buck breaking.
We can toss them off a mountain and see their body pop, man.
But other than that, I mean, we gonna really get busy on you heathens, man.
Yeah.
All right, not just Esau, but all the nations. You know,
Yeah.
you know, because hey, all you nations had a part in our downfall. All right, so it's gonna be payback for all you nations, man. All right. That's another.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Yeah, better the end of the thing than the beginning thereof, man. I will, you know, we was jacked up in the beginning, but you know, Esau. But now Esau, he's at the end.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Patient in spirit, the elect is patient, better than the proud.
Yeah. Which of the proud is mainly Esau and 2/3 that follow Esau.
Yeah.
Right? You have your father the devil.
Yeah.
You know, but we at the end of this thing now. In the beginning, yo, we was in fucking shackles, man. We couldn't read the scriptures, nothing. But now the word is coming out, man. Okay, and you know Esau's being exposed, and it's a beautiful thing to see. And yo, the Lord's gonna like we've been talking about. Now, if you're in 2/3, or if you don't get down with the truth, you look at the world going, you look at things going on, and you be like, oh man, I hope this place gets better. I hope things bounce back. That's a wicked way to think. You know, we in hell, we in captivity. If you're in captivity, right, if you're in a jail cell and the shit just earthquake and all the gates pop open, you're gonna worry about, let me lock my gate back. You won't get that out of there. You know, so the Lord's opening up our cages, man. You know, it's gonna be hell, but it has to happen.
Yeah. You know what I mean? This guy be thinking about the niggas on the plantation.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Massa dying. Massa little fuck Massa, yo. Massa catching a heart attack. You gonna try to put a pillow over his head too, man. Try to take smoke him out real quick.
Hey, that's what happened to Jake though. When they abolished slavery, you had Jake that was actually, they ain't have nowhere else to go, and they would be like, you know what, we just gonna stay on the plantation. You know what I'm saying? And still work for this devil, man. Even when he's telling you, yo, y'all get the fuck out of here, leave. They can still stay in there.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, they even wanted to keep the surname of their slave masters, because Jake was given the opportunity to change their surnames, but a lot of them kept it because it came with like perks to keep it, you know. So
That's how we got nigga. It's like, yo, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember what was it, 12 years of slavery?
12 years later.
He's like, that's my nigga. I paid for that nigga. That's my nigga. He said, could do this shit, but I don't care do it no more.
That was in Django too. You know what I'm saying? We had the two Jakes fighting to the death.
Yeah.
And then you had the Edomite that was getting a little emotional. But then Jimmy was like, yo, chill the fuck out. That's his nigga. Let him do what the fuck he gotta do.
Yeah.
Ain't my nigga. That's your nigga. Yo, hold on. I gotta say it real quick. It's Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. It says, folly is set in great dignity. No, it's not here. I started at 5. It says, there's an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Which that we're gonna go into that, but even Esau in rulership right now, and Jake on the bottom, this must be like a confusion, you know. But it's like an error. It says, "Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places."
That's here in America. This is the land of make believe. It's folly set in great dignity, man. It's a constant party, man. That shit, like anybody should know. That shit, you doing that shit all the time. That shit gets boring, man. No, you just having fun all the time, man. You know, and then that shit on Easter Park. Somebody gonna get popped again.
Labor Day.
Labor Day, somebody gonna get shot, or some shots gonna go off.
Juve, right?
Yeah.
Juve.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. It says.
Bread and circuses.
Yes.
Yep. It says, "He that diggeth." No, it's not. It says.
What? One thing.
Yep.
You remember the Gladiator with Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
What was the politician saying? They was like, yo, you know, he's a ruthless ruler, but the people gonna love him because of the entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on here. People oppressed, but yo, look, you got the sports. You know, we watch sports, but you got, you know, the arenas, you got all kind of sports, whatever, football, soccer, whatever you call it, baseball, the TV shows, all of it is entertainment where people try to, you know, you got the bars where people, but the entertainment where people could so-called escape their reality.
Come.
That's why the scripture said the God of this world have truly blinded them. They don't take heed to this gospel, basically, you know.
The laws of illusion,
Yeah,
man.
and they're
So-called way, man.
they're stuck in a you know,
And the maple leaf.
yeah, basically
Matrix.
bizarro world.
You
know,
know what I mean?
it's basically they're to the point where this is all they know. They don't see nothing past America. You know, they believe that this place is gonna continue on forever, man. But just like how you have other past kingdoms that came and went, the same thing's gonna happen to America. They had a beginning, and now you're seeing the end of this place.
Like the brother just said, The Matrix. Another good movie is Vanilla Sky.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Cruise. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch Vanilla Sky, man. That's basically Matrix too. He wanna face reality, so he'd rather just live in the dream world. That's a good ass movie too. You know.
Hey, that's why you got a lot of Jakes. All of a sudden now they commit suicide, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know that. Damn, this is it. This is all I gotta live for. Fuck it. Let me just, cause they lost. They ain't got no hope.
Yeah, that's right. So it says, Ecclesiastes 10:6, "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth."
Esau is on a high horse. He's in a position of power, right? And he's supposed to be a servant. And yet we're servants, so we're supposed to be princes. Everything's turned upside down. Everything's turned upside down, all right?
Yep.
It said he's whose judgment was not the drink of the cup, surely drunk it.
Yeah, that destruction, that distress, we've drunk in it, man. We're intoxicated with it.
Got it.
Isaiah 49, verse 23. And the kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and the queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with your face towards the earth.
Yeah, you're gonna pretty soon. You're gonna have your faith. You're gonna kneel. You're gonna kneel. You're gonna be in servitude soon. These other nations, starting with the so-called white men. Your time of slavery is nearing.
Well, you got Jake doing that right now. You got them heathens come up to the kid. He just kissing Jake's feet. You don't even know if that's another Jake that's doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because one thing about Esau, he got too much pride for that. He ain't gonna bend down and kiss your feet. Not only that, nigga, you in damn captivity, man. What the hell you talking about? You ain't no damn king.
Even them tobacco chewing Edomites that got the tobacco on the side of their gums, them trailer park motherfuckers, they proud too. Yo, they real proud, man. They like, yo, that don't matter. I live in a trailer park, cause they know their nation is running shit.
Yeah, plus you don't know if you of the elect. So you tell
Yeah.
this Edomite to kiss your foot, your ass might be fucking, you might get hit with a fucking missile. You might take the fucking chip.
Yeah. We gonna do all that. First of all, in the kingdom, nobody kissing my damn feet, my feet, man.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can kiss the ground. You kiss the
You ain't
ground.
kissing my ring, you ain't kissing my feet. You know what I'm saying? You put your lips everywhere close to me, that's your ass, man. I'm sick of my dogs on your ass, man. Okay? In other words, you gonna be in a humble, that's a state of humility Esau's gonna be in these nations, man. That's the kind of rule we're gonna have over these different nations.
That's it.
And plus we're gonna have that spiritual power.
Oh, that's what's gonna happen with fear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially if we had the ability to put them to death and then raise them back up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Like it's the death is not really the scary part, but it's like, yo, what's about to happen,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's the part that fuck you up.
Or the sting and anticipation.
Because the thing is, they're still gonna be mortal.
Yeah.
We're gonna be immortal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So of course they still gonna have that fear.
Yeah.
They gonna have that fear of death. Like, oh shit, nah.
Yeah. The anticipation is gonna be killing you,
Yeah,
man.
they gonna want to. Matter of fact, they gonna want to die. Obadiah at 18, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna want to get that punishment over with, man. You know?
Yeah.
And lift up the dust from thy feet, and thou shalt know that I'm the Lord. For they shall not be ashamed with me, and grateful for me.
Yeah, so the elect is not ashamed of Yahweh Shai. The elect promotes Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. That's Yahweh the Most High. Yahweh Shai is the is the second in command, who the world calls Jesus Christ. We promote those names. We're not ashamed of them, and we're not ashamed of saying what's the Lord's image. All right.
Right, because the Lord said, if you ashamed of him, he's gonna be
Yeah.
ashamed of you. And it's coming, you know? So if you got guys that don't want to admit that the true name is Yahweh Yahweh Shai, that's you being ashamed of the Lord, man.
You got guys saying that they the next Malcolm X. They basically, they follow in the steps of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Well, you know what happened to those guys. We always every Saturday we pass by the spot where that area is. It looks like nothing changed inside of there. It's the same thing. The stage where he got hit.
Well, you had Albert Bibbins, teaching the word when they was around.
Yeah.
So I mean, and they
knew, but then
knew.
Esau basically made sure his media didn't cover that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you got it.
Yeah.
I got something real quick. Now, when we spoke about bringing out teaching the Lord name and color, and the whole, what the Lord's going to bring. So this is on Isaiah 61 verse 1. The Spirit of the Most High Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. That's
the nation of Israel. All right, starting with the elect. And the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. So the elect is always going to hear the word.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to resonate with them always. Like, it's going to resonate with the elect.
Yep. In the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Yeah, because this truth makes us free. It sets us free. All right, it's the truth. It starts with the truth first.
Yep.
Because our mind is unlocked, and then that's the only thing like when your mind is free, then no matter what your situation is, you could bear it.
Yeah.
You could tolerate it more.
You have hope.
Yeah, hope.
The thing with Jake don't have hope. That's why they always committing murders and robbing and killing one another.
Taking drugs.
Taking drugs. Ain't no hope.
the scripture, that's why the scriptures is really basically the comforter. You know, this is what comforts us in this society where, you know, when all hell break loose, like it tells you, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the strength of thy salvation.
Yeah.
You know, knowing these scriptures and applying them, you know, especially during the time of Jacob's trouble, this is what's going to keep us, you know, sane and actually knowing that this is what the Lord is preparing us for. You know, this is what we're preparing for right now, you know?
Yeah.
Because when that happens, you know, then we're gonna know. It's like we have the blueprint. We already have basically the cheat code.
Yeah, we have
Because when it goes down, it's like, all right, this is gonna happen. All right, now we in this time. That's why the scriptures mention to measure the time in itself.
Yeah.
You know, because everything is by, you know, prophecy.
Yeah, we being prepped through a hardship, so we're going through now to further.
That's right.
Like there's a thing called I know it's a poor example, but there's a thing called Wolf's Law, bone remodeling. The more stress that's on your bones, it gets strengthened harder.
Right.
So
Just like
sort of like how we going through what we going through. I mentioned like in the world we call hell, but is what happens when you're in the truth. But the Lord been prepping us from all the shit that we've been going through from young, even in the truth.
That's
more
right.
so we could, I believe we could tolerate it more.
That's right.
You know,
The Lord said He's not gonna put anything on you more than you can bear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So basically, He knows each and every brother's spirit. You know what I'm saying? What a brother can tolerate, what this brother can tolerate. See, whatever hell I catch, you know, is different from your hell.
Yeah.
You know
Like
what I'm saying?
I might not be able to.
Right.
The Lord don't give you nothing you can't handle. Like I might not be able to go through what you go
Right.
through, but you could go through what I go through, and it's different.
Right.
You know.
But yeah, at this point in the game, you know, when all hell breaks loose, we so through the spirit we're enlightened to the point where it's like, yo, anything you thought that couldn't happen, could happen. Or anything you thought that, you know, that anything that's like terrible, like the mass death in the street, you be gonna look at this shit like, yeah.
Yep.
At some point, you know, where you're gonna have 2/3, they're gonna be losing their mind. They ain't gonna have that mental fortitude.
And it said when it says a time of trouble like never before, you gotta understand it. See, we reading it, but actually living it out, it's gonna be totally different, man.
Gotta imagine.
You know?
We gotta try to picture how it's gonna be like when we reading it, like we there.
And that's the thing, you can't you know,
Try,
because we
you
never
know,
seen
yeah,
nothing
I
like
know.
that. We never seen robots basically shooting at people and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Robot dogs hunting people that we never
Yeah.
seen shit like that. So that's what I'm saying, like it's gonna be a time like never before in the history of mankind.
Like you saw that movie, you remember the Triple X movie, the one with Ice Cube, that was the second one, right? What had Ice Cube, that one. Cause he played in another one too, but the one that had Ice Cube, where it showed like they could see the exoskeleton on the building, they could see through the fucking building where he was at, and he dipped in a freezer so they wouldn't see his heat. Yo, man, he saw, you know, they just show you little inklings of what it is.
Right.
There's no, you need the Lord. You can't hide from him.
That's it.
Now, one of the two is pretty good. I'm gonna finish it off. It says, Isaiah 61:2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power.
The day of vengeance. The day of vengeance is the day of the Lord when he returns. With them clouds. Them clouds are what the world calls spaceships.
Yep.
Those are the chariots of the Lord. And he's coming with the armies of angels.
And it says, to comfort all that mourn.
Comfort those all that mourn. The ones all that mourn is the elect of the nation of Israel. We're the ones that's at mourning.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
Sighing and crying.
Yep.
If you're not sighing and crying, you ain't in the right spirit.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was it. So a few more scriptures and we good.
Yeah.
What you got?
Scripture. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be diligent, because your adversary, the devil,
Vigilant.
Read it
He
again.
said diligent.
Read it again.
so 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober.
Be sober. No, don't be caught in Esau's philosophies. All right, because that's what his philosophies. That wine is what makes you intoxicated.
Be vigilant,
Be vigilant.
because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion.
Now, Slaki, it said be vigilant, meaning what? You have to know what's going on around you, know your surroundings, be circumspect. You see, know the news, line up the news with the prophecies. All right, know the times you in. Be vigilant, be sober, meaning how by meditating upon His word. That's how you stay sober. Fuck all the other shit, it ain't gonna save you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Because just like you have the men of the Lord constantly doing the work of the Lord, Esau on the left, he's on the left hand, and he's trying to consume you, disrupt the word, and bring about his wicked agendas. He's moving around the clock also.
Scripture says, he shall be as a madman, sparing none. You know, so he knows that he has a short time to rule, so he's gonna pull out all his tricks.
Yeah.
This is gonna be his last reign on the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna do his all to try to bring everybody down with him.
He got
As
his
much people as he can get to go off and take his mark. You know, this is what this man is about to do very soon, man.
he's polluting the water, the air.
Yeah.
He got his programmers, social engineering, economically. All right, yo, we're gonna cut off these jobs right here. We're going to price shop with the prices of these goods right here. We're gonna do all these things. So he got people in all areas doing this thing on a second by second basis, if that's a word, but constantly.
Chestnut chase.
Yeah. He's playing elevated, and then he's playing a game of chess, but the Lord is on an elevated game. But he's,
Unless he playing.
but you got 2/3 of our people fucking playing Connect 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They out here playing fucking Connect 4.
They playing tic-tac-toe. They playing
Yeah.
X and O.
You got it, yep.
They didn't rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Connect 4 is actually pretty damn good too. That shit.
Connect point, kill that shit. You be the first one, that's it. You can set the game. You be the first one.
Yo, any other scriptures?
He still got more though.
No more?
Yeah.
Alright, so you close on that then.
Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion.
The adversary, the devil, is as a roaring lion. He's looking for the prey.
And spiritually too.
Yeah.
The spiritual counterpart, Satan,
Yeah.
he's looking to destroy you too, man.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I have yet to build that mental fortitude through the scriptures. All right, because like we just read, the comforter. All right, these scriptures are going to comfort us and keep our minds stable during these times. So if we get tested, we've taken the mark, or if we get tested, we've taken the venom, all right, the prelude, or any sort of test, committing adultery, anything, man.
Yeah.
Doing drugs, we have that mind state to say no.
That's why we like moving around like nomads, meeting up with brothers. We basically trying to outrun spiritual demon Satan. You know what I mean? So we trying to balance. We watch entertainment and do shit like that, but we trying to like link up with brothers to outrun this damn demon.
Stay spiritual.
Yeah.
Well, it's about seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, he through the earth to and fro, seeking whom he may devour, man. All right, because we wrestle not with flesh and blood.
Right.
So he's soon as you, even in your dreams, he might try to do something, but as soon as you wake up, start thinking, he's already trying to put wicked ass thoughts in your mind. You know what I mean? For the littlest thing, it could be something a family member said to you that piss you off. It could be like, oh, where this fucking thought came from? That was the past. You know, that's Satan. You know, as soon as you open your eyes, man, it's like can't get no break. You gotta fight this man off, this demon off on me.
That's it, right quick. This is Luke chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 47. It said, "Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose,"
When you build that house, the strongest house is built on rock bottom. Okay, you gotta dig down to rock bottom, and then start your structures from there. And that's how you get that house stabilized. That rock that you're building on, that spiritual house, that temple, that you're building on, that rock is your house shot.
that's right. It says, "And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house, and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock."
Wisdom and knowledge, the stability of that terms. You're stable.
That's right.
You're stationary. You know what I mean? Can't be moved.
And that flood and storms, that's the
Tribulation.
tribulations, adversities, trials, trials and tribulations, everything, man, you're gonna catch it from our families.
Spiritually fortified,
Yeah.
or whatever
Yeah.
that sound like.
That's right.
Yeah.
It says, "But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great."
You have a strong structure.
Yeah,
Right.
like a beach house.
The beach house. You probably and then you got some of them jakes. Oh, it be the main ones that be calling the men that's doing the work bums. So they not catching no hell right now. So when the switch is cut off,
Right.
when they close the studio, America, when they just cut the switch off on all functioning, they ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. They're not gonna know what to do. They haven't went through anything. It wasn't tested.
Yeah, that's the point. That was
Like-
the
They're
test.
gonna fold. They're gonna
Yeah.
crumble.
Like a house on the rocks, when the mudslide comes, that
Yeah.
house just gets washed away, man. That's gonna be you niggas in the time Jacob's trouble. You get washed away with the storm.
They didn't catch no hell. They didn't know how it was, be homeless or whatever. All Jake's just pushing the word wasn't, but they haven't been through nothing.
Right.
So they're gonna crumble, man.
It's a prudent man
Foreseeth the evil.
foreseeth the evil
Yeah.
and hiding himself,
Yeah.
but the simple passeth on.
Yeah.
That's gonna be you niggas, man. You gonna pass on from this word, right? You're gonna wave the hand, and that's when the Lord is gonna destroy you niggas, man.
Yep. And the Jacob's trouble, or when Esau comes down with his military, is known as a flood in the scriptures.
Yep.
All right, so it's gonna be a flood, man. It's gonna wash you niggas away.
Yep. That's it.
Spiritually and then physically.
Yep.
So yes, that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Alright, so we're gonna end it there, we're gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you brothers and you few sisters out there was edified through the spirit. Alright, we're gonna end it off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kadosh.
Till the next time, we say shalom to the elect, Babal, Babal, America, destroy it. That's it. We out of here.
Shalom.
Shalom.